evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting for the United Kingdom. I want you to all sit back and relax and let's look into the looking glass. Okay, I'm just waiting for the crystal ball to haze over. And let's go straight into the UK. It's hazing over now. Okay, I want to send healing and blessings out to everybody who has been affected in the recent shooting in North London. And I'm actually feeling it's as if that there's been a lot of incidents and I'm feeling there's more to come. So I'm actually seeing ructions happening. And it's definitely connected with Parliament. I know Keir Starmer, is it? He made a recent statement on it, but I can see him really getting angry with this, and I can see more being done about this. And it's got something to do with police, or it's got something to do with more police that the UK needs. I feel it's as if that I want to send healing and blessings out to everybody who's been affected, and also to the little girl, the 7-year-old little girl who is seriously ill in hospital, and let's hope she makes it. And I'm sending prayers to her and her family. We are living in very strange times, guys. And I just feel it's the uprising. Yeah, there's a big divide in this world. It's between the good and the bad. And everything is kicking off. And I do feel the pot is empty. This is why we are witnessing all these strange things happening. The pot is empty because the system hasn't been working for a long, long time. And as you know, there was a lot of pressure put on the NHS with what happened with the pandemic. And I just feel it's as if that I see the NHS shaking in this crystal ball tonight, guys. I see it falling. But what I see is a new NHS being built. I see a blue and white sign. I see it in a 3 or a 4-5 tier system. There's a lot going to change. Everything is going to change on this planet, from banking system to the NHS in the UK and to all over the world, really. But as you know, there's been this recent storm with Harry's book, and what I'm seeing, what's coming out, is there's more shocks to come out, and I see possibility of a second book. I know he's made an announcement that if he releases more information on a second book, that his family won't speak to him ever again. And I want to say that everybody's playing their part, like the avatars. You know, there's good beings, bad beings, working, controlling people, and it's all to do with different systems changing. But it's also to do with the rise of New Earth. So I am getting that there's going to be marching in the UK, and I see Rishi Sunak making a big announcement. I still don't think that we're out of lockdown, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but I'm sort of seeing this gate shutting, and I'm seeing warning signs between April and summer months, and I'm also getting September, October. Okay, so I just hope that we don't come to that. Now, last night when I was sitting in the house, there was flickering on and off of lights. I was talking to a lovely lady in Wales yesterday evening, and she had a power cut with a storm. So I do feel that there could be a lot of intermittent power cuts, definitely in the UK with all the crazy weather, but not just the UK, everywhere. And I feel that there's a nasty storm heading. There's a nasty storm. I don't know if it's coming in from the United States. I believe it's hit Europe at the moment, but I see more snow to come. So let's hope that doesn't happen as well. I want to give you the 26th, the 12th, the 10th, the 9th, with big news which is coming from Parliament. Big news, big announcements. So that possibly could be dates. As I look into Australia, I feel Australia is going to thrive into the future, but it's as if globally we could be heading for another lockdown, or we could be heading for something what just puts the world at halt. Okay, and it could affect trade. I've said this for a long, long time, and it's something coming in from the Middle East, and I'm also seeing China. So obviously everything's shaking because the old system's falling, the new system's building. So this is going to affect trade. It's going to affect trade. And Australia might have to rewrite deals or do different deals or something like that. I'm also seeing big announcements around the Australian Prime Minister as well. So watch for that. Okay. So I send healing and blessing out to all my Aussie friends over there. But remember, Australia is going to be the place to be into the future. Remember, we are going into New Earth. And I've been saying this for a long time. It's not the technology what's been the problem, which has been held back from we. It's been who's been behind the technology. And there's a war going on behind the scenes, and it's between good and evil. And it's like, we have to let this play out. So where you've got above, the good controllers, they're trying to make this as smooth as possible. I definitely feel Bitcoin, crypto, even though I haven't invested in it, I still feel that's going to be on the rise into 23, 24. Possibly watch for a scandal to do with one of the coins, which I don't know which Bitcoin it is. And I'm seeing big news to do with the red and white Bitcoin sign as well, so watch for that. As you know, with the New Earth rising and we're coming into New Earth and there's a new system, it's as if that they're trying to build a new bridge of economy and everything. And I'm seeing food scandals which is going to come out onto world news. And I'm getting France. I'm very drawn to France tonight. And Macron also making a big announcement. I keep getting the 27th and I'm getting February as well. Okay, so I'm also feeling that there could be something to do with terrorism. I've said this before. So I want to send healing and blessings out to everybody and just to stay vigilant. Remember, it's like when this new system takes place, I feel there's going to be a lot more cyber police. And yeah, there could be an argument like we're being tracked, we're being watched over, like Big Brother. But it's also going to help. It's going to help to stop terrorism. All right. So I feel it's as if that there's a lot of scams going on the internet at the minute. So please be careful don't hand over passwords, and be careful what you fill in and what you answer in emails, because that's on a rise at the moment. That's on a rise at the minute. I'm still seeing migrants, lots of people, and they're stuck in dinghies. And I see sort of a big upset to do with it. It's as if I see mass migration of people coming out, and I'm very drawn to, I'm not sure if it's the Middle East or Syria. Okay, so you need to watch for this. Putin, Russia. Let me see what's going on there. He's gone awfully quiet, hasn't he? Well, he's still up to stuff, but I still feel, like I've always said, there's three heads to the beast. And it's all about the gold, guys. It's all about the gold. So when this whole system starts to fall, it's as if the heads of the beast start to get angry. All sorts of shenanigans been going on borders and stuff like that. And I'm just feeling it's like he's angry about something, being cut out of something. And I'm feeling it's as if that we could face some sort of a situation where everybody's holding their breath and they're worried if something's going to happen. And I've said this before, where I see warships going out and they're turning around and they're coming back. But I've also seen that connected to do with the China seas. But I just have this funny feeling, guys, that Russia and China are going to fall out at some point. So watch for big announcements coming there. Watch for big announcements. Also, I see scandals to come out to do with the Prime Minister as well, to do with Ukraine. And it's something to do with documents or paperwork. It's as if, you've got like lots of different situations going on, and you have to try and be a detective and try and piece it together. It's really strange at the moment, isn't it, guys? And we just have to watch this all unfold. As you know, there's been a lot of strange stuff going on in Turkey as well with the Turkish Prime Minister. And I see more kick-offs there. But it's as if, I feel it's as if that this is going to be on world news, and it's got something to do with Turkey and Russia. It's sort of a situation where there's going to be deals made, passing backwards and forwards, that type of thing. And as I'm saying that, I'm sort of saying Zelensky, Prime Minister Zelensky of Ukraine, and President Biden, it's like they're on the news. They're making a big announcement, so watch for this. I keep getting the fourth with big news. The fourth. Okay. As you know, everything's been kicking off in Brazil, and watch for more scandals to come out there. It's like we are witnessing everything unfolding, and it's all the corruption. And I said this a few years back. I said that there would be a mass rising and there would be people protesting, and there's more protests to come in China. But just something's not quite right with China at the minute, guys, and I just can't put my finger on it. And I want to give you the letter F, and I'm getting the letter S, and I'm getting the letter E, N, and D. Okay, so you need to watch for that. Okie dokie. And one of my last world predictions, I had said that there was going to, I may have been on Twitch if it wasn't on my last looking glass. I said that there was going to be big sort of scandals coming out to do with somebody on the Republican side. And there's been that guy, hasn't there? The one who they're all, I said they would start turning on each other. And I said it would be like the falling of old Republican Party and the rise of the new Republican Party. I can't think of his name. He's got darkish hair. Was he supposed to be gay or not gay? I really don't know. You know who I'm going on about. You'll have to comment on the link below if you know who I'm going on about. But there was, they've sort of like, there's been this scandal and they've pushed him out there, haven't they? So I just say crazy weather this year, guys. And as you know, Gaia is replenishing and just changing. I've always said we're living in biblical times. But I want to send like I sort of see Archangel Raphael. And Raphael's putting a golden cape around earth. And I also work with Archangel Uriel as well. And it's as if Uriel's saying there's a lot of things to be exposed. And it's as if they're putting calmness around the planet. But they are worried about ley lines erupting, which could affect, it's something to do with energy lines, which could affect the planet system. But I do feel it's as if the planet's shifting, and there's a lot more going on in the cosmos than what we know. So as I say this, I feel it's as if that, obviously we've had the floods in California, and I send healing and blessings out to everybody who's been affected. We've had the crazy snowstorms, you know, around the world. I believe they've hit Europe. But I just believe that there's more stuff to come. And I'm still seeing problems to do with the volcano. I'm still seeing that. And I'm getting Iceland as well. I'm also feeling it's as if I see a big mountain, and it looks like somewhere in Switzerland. Like a high mountain, a snow mountain. And there's going to be around about that time some big news to come out with Prince Andrew. Everything I'm telling you will fall into place like a jigsaw puzzle. If it's not Prince Andrew, it's King Charles. So one of the two. So watch for that. So yeah, I just think that there's more scandals to come out around Harry. So prepare yourselves for that, guys. Crazy weather, crazy weather. Seas are rising. Everything's changing. Everything to do with the climate. Everything's changing. And I've predicted this for a long time. There's going to be a mass rising to do with plastic. A mass rising. What's the scandal to do with food? It could have something to do with farmers or the meat industry. So sometimes I can read a year out. But I definitely see Macron making an announcement on something. So if this doesn't come out this year, it'll come out into the first half of next year. Right, I'm going back into China again. So there's big announcements to come in there. And then I see problems with Xi Jinping as well. And I also see problems with Xi Jinping to something to do with the Middle East. Also, I see an Indian guy. I'm not sure if he's an Indian guy or he's somebody with like a head dress on, okay? He's a he's a Middle Eastern man. I am drawn to India. And there's going to be something about a scandal to do with an Indian man. Like a leader or big announcements. And again, round about that time, there's going to be mass changes to do with the US government. It's all sort of fallen into place at the same time. Again, sometimes I can read it, 2 years out. So possibly watch for that. Possibly watch for that. What else am I seeing? I'm seeing lots of children singing. Lots of children singing. And it's got something to do with a celebrity. There's a song what's going to come out. Also, I want to send healing and blessings out to the Presley family. And all I'm going to say is, you can check out my last video, that she's back in the arms with her dad, Elvis Presley, and our dear son. But I just think when this is happening, guys, I think it's a new understanding, Even people in the media aren't immune to grief. And I just think that there's a new rise and a new understanding what's taking place across this planet. Okay. So as everything starts to erupt, I don't know why I'm seeing the Roman Empire and it's coming out really strong. It's like old wounds needing healed. Old wounds needing healed. Watch for big news, guys, coming out with the Vatican. There's more to come. We've just had some, but there's more to come. And something about banks with Italy. If not Italy, Spain. I've always said, when the banks, there's changes to come with the banks, but I don't see all banks going down there. But remember when Greece had a problem? But if I get any more, I'll let you know, because I do Twitch shows as well. And I do them every Sunday. And starting from the 14th of February, I'll be doing a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Sunday night on Twitch live. If you ever want to hop on, it's free. And the link's in the description of this video. Why am I getting the Roman Empire? Now that's part of the old system. And the British Empire. Yeah? It's like a structure. It's like... And everything to do with war is for greed and for business. I'm seeing the Templars cross here. It's all connected to do with the banking system. Watch for signs. Watch for signs. Remember a little while ago when we had the fire in Notre Dame Cathedral? Is that in France? I'm drawn to that again. That strange fire that took place. Notre Dame Cathedral. I'm getting it again. And I'm also very drawn to the Temple Church, the Royal Treasury. And this, the royals, I believe it's King Charles, the throne protects that. So there's going to be something about these buildings or something about news coming out with these part of this structure. It's like a hidden wall. It's never went away, guys. You're going back to the Jesuits and everything. It's been going on a long time. So it's where we're healing and we are ascending. Okay? The system is changing because it's old pain. And it's all to do with religion. And it's all to do with greed. It's all to do with religion and greed. That's what's coming out. Okay, what else am I getting? Right. Okay. And one of my last will predictions, I had said that there would be a lot of people which would be jammed in airports. Well, that's just recently happened. There's more stuff to come out about that. It's coming out really strong. And I still feel that there's a big sort of a situation, an event or something to do with around airports. So you need to watch for that as well. I want to say, I'm going back to the NHS and it's really bothering us. There's going to be a lot of change there. I don't know why there's something about power cuts and I see problems to do with people in, I don't know if it's babies on, I don't know, this is awful. I'm seeing babies, little babies in incubators in hospitals and something about a problem. Now, I don't know if that's the UK or America. There's a situation to do with where, and I'm seeing it on the news and I see babies in incubators. I want you to remember that. It could be around a situation around a hospital or something like that. So watch for that coming out as well. 2023, this is what Archangel Uriel has given me, guys, right? It's all about mental hygiene. Mental hygiene, he keeps saying. And we have to be so careful about what we are listening to, what we are participating in, and what we are coming part of. 2023 is about us using our intuition and staying vigilant. And we are going to be reevaluating everything. But there's going to be a mass rising to do with new light workers, new healers, new techniques, healing techniques, new ways of thinking, all to come on to social media. So watch for this and across media as well. But it's about us taking a step back and we're reevaluating our life, and it's the new way of thinking. It's going to have a special word. So there's going to be a mass input of new ideas. At the same time, it's as if like we are all going to be reminded. I want you to listen to this, right? Of the situation, what happened in 2017. And this situation is going to be more woo-woo than the last situation. Get ready for a roller coaster year. Right, I'm going into America. What am I getting? And everything's all building up to do with documents. And I've been saying this for a long time, guys. It's this politics. It's the same penny, two different sides. I've been saying that for a very long time. I just think that I said this a little while ago, that there would be a lot of tit for tat, and that's going on at the minute with the documents. Tit for tat, backwards, forwards. What about him? What about him with the documents? What about him with the documents? And I'm, you know what, right? I'm seeing this strange little vision, and it's in my crystal ball tonight. And it's like I'm going back in time. Remember, everybody's healing. So even politicians are healing. Even everybody is either playing their part, or they're being used, or they're being, they're puppeted, whatever. But I'm seeing two naughty little boys. Listen to this, right? And they're going to a sweetie shop. Okay? And they walk out of that sweetie shop. It's as if they look very sneaky. They've got a lollipop each. Okay? And then the lady of the lollipop shop, the sweetie shop, she rings the old bill. That's what she does, because she thought, well, seeing that they'd pinched the lollipops. So the cop catches the little boys on the street corner and says, hand your lollipops over. And the first little boy, he says, no, you're not having that lollipop back. The second little naughty boy says, yeah, officer, you can have the lollipop, and hands it over. Like I said, this is going to get very tit for tat until March, April is going to hit a peak. I want you to remember the 20th, the 19th and the 20th. One thing I will say, the old lady, the sweetie shop, she knew, right, that one of them naughty boys had a lollipop. And inside the wrapper of this lollipop, it held a crackling little wrapper with the special codes and announcements. She called the old Bill because the second little boy, he was the cop's son. And she didn't want the crackling, popping in, little crickling, crackling little lollipop in the wrong hands. Okay, the plot thickens. Because if that little crackling, crickling little lollipop gets into the wrong hands, it will change all lollipops for the future. Does this make sense or does this not make sense? Because then the whole empire of lollipops will come falling down. Because it's hiding a little crackling stinker. And boys will be boys. But one of these little boys holds a stink bomb, guys. Holds a right stink bomb in that crickling, crackling lollipop. And it's about to all come out. And I'm going to leave that one with you. So take care, God bless. I send healing and blessings out to everybody around the world. Watch for big announcements coming in from Manhattan, New York. And watch for all sorts of things to take place. We are living in strange times. We are living in exciting times. But one thing that I know for sure, America will fall, America will rise, and a new America will be born. Take care, guys. Wherever you all are around the world, this is your host, Psychic LJ, signing out. Where am I? I think I'm stuck on end screen. Guys, I need to stop doing this hassle travelling. I keep getting stuck in the cloud. But anyway, I'm stuck on my end screen. So don't forget, subscribe to my channel and press the bell for new updates. As fairies, you know, we're always getting up to mischief. See you all soon. Bye now.